Looks like it's a good thing I turned around. I lost my ice scoop. Well, my map says the trail is off that direction, but there's no broken trail over there. It's a little late in the day to just start plowing off into the forest. I think I'm gonna go that direction and see if I can't find the trail from another angle. Well, I think that's the trail, but man, I've blown a lot of time. Sun's gonna set any minute now. Whew. Well, that's not great. Oh man, my snowshoes are gone. The bungee cords are gone and so are my snowshoes. I've had those snowshoes for years. I'm really sad to lose those. But not just that, they're an important piece of safety equipment. If something happens and I have to walk out of here, I'm gonna really want those snowshoes. Man, I don't know about this. Gotta get this thing up that hill. I think it's best if I put the camera down and use both hands.
Moments later.
Oh boy. I just instantly got stuck again. Alright. Problem with the snow is that there's layers. There's powder on the top, then there's chunky icy stuff, and then there's powder underneath that. The snow machine rests very nicely on the chunky layer, but if you break through that, you sink down and it's really hard to get out. I am so tired. Oh, it's about 3 degrees Fahrenheit right now. It's a little nippy. Got it done. Oh, it's pretty late. I was hoping to have my tent set up hours ago, but I found this shallow frozen lake. I'm gonna go ahead and set my tent up right here. Well, I'm setting up my tent on this frozen lake for 2 very specific reasons. One, I'd like to do some ice fishing, though I have no clue whether this lake has any fish in it. But more importantly, the snow is only a few inches deep. The snow is almost 4 feet deep up on that hill, but out here on the lake where the wind blows, It's only 2 inches deep. It's about an hour and a half of shoveling I don't have to do. It's about 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and handling these metal poles is not fun. When it gets really cold like this, plastic gets stiff. Just opening up the rain fly is a major pain in the butt. Come on! I think snow got into the air intake and now there's water in the engine. I forgot to pack my handsaw and my chainsaw won't start, so I can't cut firewood. Without a stove, I can't melt my water. All my water's frozen. I am so thirsty today. And then getting stuck just killed all my time. Too many things have gone wrong. So I'm just gonna leave the tent and all my gear here, and I'm gonna head back to the car. I'm gonna come back and try this again. Let's get going. Oh, my snowshoes! Yes! Oh, I'm so glad. All right, guys, I made it back to the car, and maybe, just maybe, tomorrow will be a better day. I ended up getting back home a little after midnight last night, and I spent this morning working on that chainsaw. But I think I've got it fixed. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure what happened to this chainsaw, but my best guess is that all the snow and frost that was kicked up by the snow machine got into the air filter. So I'm gonna put the chainsaw in a garbage bag to try to keep that from happening. Looks like everything's as it should be. Wind didn't blow it away. Wolves left it alone. I'll call that a win. This is heat-resistant silicone. You put it underneath the stove to keep from burning up your floor. If you're on a hard, flat surface, you don't absolutely need this thing. But as the stove gets hotter and hotter, the legs melt down into the snow and the stove gets closer and closer to the floor. Time to go get some firewood. There's a nice big dead tree right there. Gonna need the snowshoes. You gotta be so careful with your tools in this snow. Everything can disappear in a heartbeat if you just drop it. I think my theory's right. I just had snow in the air intake. I want to get the snow machine as close as I can to the tree so I can load it up. But once it's full of all that wood, I don't want it to sink in the snow. So I'm gonna make a trail with my snowshoes and run the snow machine up and down it a few times. All right. We got firewood, yay! I'll tell you what, I feel so much better than I did yesterday. It was totally the right call to go home. Every muscle in my body was sore and I was dehydrated. It was just time to call it. Disasters rarely happen because one thing goes wrong. It usually happens when a whole bunch of things go wrong. That's what was happening yesterday. I brought a few caribou hides to keep me extra warm. This will be really nice. All right, gonna make a little torch here. Got a little bit of cotton right there. There we go. Get that right in where it needs to be. Oh, starting to get warm in here. This is nice. Well, now that I got the stove going, I got a lot of things to thaw out, including my gun. The gun got dropped in the snow and it got all this ice in the barrel. So I'm just gonna hang it up here where it's nice and warm. All that water can drip out as it melts. I have no idea if there's any fish in this lake, but I'd like to try.